Jamison Hensley has been covering the Ravens for the mothership since 2013, and I played a piece of sound after the game, and I thought it was a great question, a telling answer. Let me play for you that question again, and what the situation was after losing a tough game. Lamar Jackson's answer or non-answer.
Do you want to see John remain the coach for next year?
You asking me about next year, Jamison. Like, I'm so caught up in what just happened tonight. I can't focus on that right now. I just told you. Like, he asked me, "Are you stunned?" I'm stunned right now. I'm still trying to process what's going on. Like, I know we lost, but what the like, you know? That's all.
The man who asked the question, Jamison Hensley, joining us now. What made you ask the question in that moment?
Just because Lamar Jackson's the face of this franchise, and his opinion carries a lot of weight. And when John Harbaugh is in his 18th season and you have a Super Bowl favorite team not make the playoffs, there's going to be a lot of questions about John Harbaugh's job security. We've been asking John Harbaugh about his job security for 2 weeks, and I just thought it was time for Lamar Jackson to have his chance to weigh in. And I believe if I asked him, hey, do you want Derrick Henry to be your running back? Do you want Zay Flowers to be your wide receiver? He would have said, oh, yes. I definitely want to play with those guys. But for Lamar to basically say, hey, you know what? I'm focusing on the loss. For him to not give John Harbaugh a vote of confidence at that point was pretty telling, too.
Yeah, I thought so. I was trying to be fair to him because I don't know that separation of game ends, cooling down period, then you go to the press conference. But you got to say yes in that moment just to, keep reporters like you off the scent there. But what if the field goal is good?
No, I don't think that changes anything.
Oh, okay.
I don't. I think the news was surprising. I think everyone was bracing for change. I think it was more that everyone was thinking that it was going to be a change at the coordinator level. And I know up until yesterday that John Harbaugh was pretty comfortable that he was going to be proceeding as the head coach of the Ravens. Things changed in that afternoon. I've talked to a lot of people in this building here at the Ravens facility, still have not found a definitive answer. I don't think there will be one definitive answer. I think it's a culmination of things. But we're at a point now where the Ravens are searching for their first head coach since 2008. I mean, Dan, the last time I covered a coaching search, I think I had a flip phone.
Losing the locker room.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Is that a real story?
I've been in that locker room for 26 years, and I was there for the past few weeks. I did not get that sense. I will say there were players in that locker room that were not pro John Harbaugh. And I will say after the game, not only did we ask Lamar Jackson, we asked running back Derrick Henry, we asked offensive tackle Ronnie Stanley, do you want to see John Harbaugh return as head coach? And both of those guys said, hey, we love John Harbaugh, but that's not our decision. So it wasn't like this huge support for John Harbaugh. But I think there was, if you look at the last couple of games, at Green Bay, where it was a must-win, at Pittsburgh, where it was a must-win, if John Harbaugh lost the locker room, they would have lost those games by a wide margin. They were still fighting in those. And I think that is a sign that John Harbaugh hadn't lost that locker room. But I will also say that there's a feeling that Harbaugh, after 18 years, he had kind of run his course here. And he had Lamar Jackson for 9 or 8 years, 3 playoff wins. Maybe the perception was maybe it was time to give somebody else a chance because Lamar Jackson's not going to play forever. Maybe it was another chance to give somebody else, see if they can take Lamar Jackson to new heights.